Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria United draft here on the channel. I'm going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything, as I like to do here on the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome. And in today's video, we're going to be remembering AJANI, not as he is today, but as he once was, because Sleeper Agent AJANI, oh my gosh, so sad, but he's a Planeswalker, he's pretty good, and so I'm going to hover him at least for now. He's a very complicated card, so I'm trying to make sure everyone has a chance to read it. But basically, he gets you some card advantage with it +1 or card filtering. His -3, quite good. Just putting a bunch of counters on creatures is really good. And then the ultimate is just quite sweet. The other cards in this pack that I like, the Weatherseed Treaty is quite good. It's also a monocolored card. So, like, it's interesting because I'm not sure if AJANI is like, I mean, Planeswalkers are just absurd and limited, but I'm not sure if this was like technically optimal. The Weatherseed Treaty would be better. Essence Scatter and Soaring Drake are both cards I like. I think I like Soaring Drake a little bit better than Essence Scatter, just because it's more proactive. But I think the Weatherseed Treaty is a very good card. A land, a creature, and then buffing something. Huh. Hearing AJANI say all flesh will be made to serve is just, oh man, that's tough. That is a tough thing to hear your hero say. So the rare is missing out of this pack, so we don't get a huge signal point here. We see blue-black gold card, blue-black gold card, because essentially you don't really want to play this outside of blue-black, or at least with the capacity to play it. There's not a good card for AJANI. I don't love Captain's Call, especially because with AJANI you want creatures, because with the +1 you want to be able to draw the creatures into your hand. So there's really not a good green or white follow-up card. I'm not super worried yet. I'll probably just speculate on something. I don't really want to take a second pick Magnagoth Sentry. That feels a little bit forcey to me. And we could just play like a deck that splashes AJANI in some capacity. Probably not a blue-black deck that splashes AJANI. This is a really tough pick. Tolarian Terror is also just a great card. It's also a monocolor card. I think I'm just going to take... I'm going to take the Tolarian Terror. It's a completely different direction, but, you know. I'll take Territorial Morrow now, maybe, or Bite Down. Honestly, Tolarian Terror would just go into a different deck from the AJANI. It's like a medium-level flexibility card. I didn't want to take a Vohar, because I didn't want to take a blue-black gold card right after, and Rona's Vortex is kind of in a similar boat. Tolarian Terror can kind of fit into several decks. And I didn't want to just take a random green card, because I didn't know if I could play this, and I'm not super worried about the other aspects of this. Territorial Morrow can be good. There's also Bite Down and another Sentry. I might just take the Bite Down. I would like to play green. This also plays well with the Terror. Territorial Morrow, Choking Miasma, is a card that I've wanted to try. Between Bite Down and the Morrow. I'm not sure how many colors I'm going to play. I could just be a straight green-white aggro deck with AJANI. So I think I'll just take the Bite Down. Bite Down's important for green decks. There's also Timely Interference, but I would like to play this AJANI if I could. If I could, I would. But if I can't, I shan't. And that's the life of a pirate. Okay, so there's Tura Kennerud, which is mostly blue. There's Coalition Skyknight, a card that I have not tried, but that seems reasonable to me. Like, it can just, like, turn your biggest ground creature into a bunch of attacking. There's also a Soaring Drake. I could also play, like, green, blue, and splash white pretty easily. In which case, this card could be good as well. Blue, white, splash, green. I think this card's better than the Coalition Skyknight because it blocks better. And also, I saw Tolarian Terror and don't really want to take this card just yet. I think I'll just take this Soaring Drake. Skyknight has not been that impressive to me. So if I played green-blue, tried to play a little bit of splishy splashy, as they say. There's a couple blue cards that I'm not a huge fan of. There is the Relic that I'm not a huge fan of. This card's actually been really annoying. Like, when my opponent attacks me with it, I can never block. Bone Splinters. I think I'll just take this Sunbathing over the Relic of Legends, too. And now a pretty easy Radiant Grove. I'm going to want to try to play the AJANI off a splash. Even if I don't get there, this could be helpful for my Root Walla. I'm not really regretting passing the Territorial Morrow for Bite Down, because at the time I didn't really think I wanted to be that sort of deck, but Radiant Grove. Oh, if it's a planeswalker, put it into my hand. I have a planeswalker. Okay. That's, I know, it's still terrible. I was just... A classic Nicolai prank. There's Colossal Growth. I don't love that. There's Bog Badger. Is Bog Badger or Barkweave Crusher better? Probably Bog Badger because it's a 3-drop. Yeah, 3-mana 3/3s are still just like reasonable cards. Floriferous Vine Wall. You don't say. There's also a Djinn of the Fountain. There's a Negate, a Mesa Cavalier. This is a good pack. I think Djinn of the Fountain's the best card. And blue-green is looking the most open. Blue-green maybe splash white for this AJANI. Not a huge fan of the Vine Wall. Never have been. Probably never will. Here we sold under the phasing of Zalfia. The thing is white has not seemed super open, so I think it's a splash white angle. The Deathbloom Gardena. There's a Tidepool Tutor. I don't love that card. It's pretty much between Salvaged Mana Worker and the Gardener. I don't really want the land at this point. This guy could be good. I haven't gotten to play this guy yet. He also has potential. We shall try it. Wow, Vohar Wheeling? That's crazy. I'll take Might. And I might play it. Oh, the Elfheim Worm has returned. Another Gaia's Might. Sure. The Relic of Legends. You don't say. Okay, so currently my deck lacks a huge direction, but blue-green, I mean, I don't really have a ton of instants and sorceries. I guess I have 3 instants to go with the Terror. I've got the Relic, the Deathbloom Gardener. I've got some stuff going. I've got some irons in the fire, so to speak. There is a Joint Exploration, which is interesting. There's also a Tolarian Terror #2, and I could really lean into that and try to play like blue-green Tolarian Terror. Maybe wheel Joint Exploration. Probably unlikely. People love this sort of card for some reason, even though it's pretty bad. Once you get a second Terror, I mean, even in blue-green, you can get some stuff. I've got the Gaia's Mites. There's also Ivy, which is pretty good with Gaia's Might, if I do say so myself. Let's do some Ivy action. Hello, Vine-Shaped Prodigy. Prodigy, as he is known in the biz. We're playing blue-green, trying to splash AJANI, but if we don't splash AJANI, we've got a cool Gaia's Might angle. If we weren't taking this, we'd probably take the Soaring Drake, gotta be said. I tend to be very conservative with the old mana bases, which is an aspect of my playstyle. There's a Phyrexian Missionary. That's a tough card to use. There's also Timely Interference, which does play well with Ivy. And there's the Gardener, which should wheel. So I'm just playing straight up blue-green, a little bit of Ivy. Gardener should come back. And I'm liking where we're at right now. The Raven Man! The Raven Man! The Raven Man! What else would I take here? I'm just going to take Bite Down. Get another little bit of a removal. Do I regret not taking the 4/4 for 4? Not really. There's a Maria's Outrider. I could see myself splashing red. Get another color for my Gaia's Mites. Ho ho ho! You don't say! Not that I wouldn't want a Magnagoth. Or even a Rulik Mons. Or even a Shore Up. Timely Interference is good with Terror. It makes it cheaper. But Radiant Grove seems good with my AJANI Sleeper Agent plan. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Sleeper Agent. Magnagoth would go well with my Bite Downs, though. We shall take the Grove. The Grove shall be mine. And now Djinn of the Fountain. Over Gardener. Gardenias. It is a gardenia. The Djinn Is it the Djinn or is it the Gardener that I would rather have? Would I rather deploy the Gardener or the Djinn? Probably the Djinn. I've been pretty happy with the Djinn. Ah, Bortuk Bone Rattle. A fearsome foe to face, but a brilliant teammate. Or I could just take the Illusionist. The Illusionist or the Bortuk? What shall we choose? Illusionist, Bortuk. I like the disciplined pick. I shall take the Illusionist. I'm not confident that I could play the Bortuk at this stage in my life. And now I shall take Sacred Peaks to help with my Gaias. Ho ho ho! Joint exploration. I took the Pixie Illusionist and nobody agrees with me. We shall see how it shall see. I'm going to take the exploration over the impulse because putting an extra land into play can't be useful. And the Soaring Drake returned to me. Interesting. I'm surprised nobody else likes this card. Ah, yes. Yosha declares war. I shall take the Banalish Sleeper because I don't want to pass any white cards, but I'll take every other color. Oh, the Tablet. Because if you pass like white-black cards late, people might like them. Oh, the Magnagoth. It hath returned. Oh, the Gardener last pick. Oh, the brilliant Nicolai strikes again. Nobody suspected me of such brilliance. Oh, Danitha. I don't know why I have affected this manner of speech. You agree with Lexi. Low cost, flexible, disciplined. What's Lexi? Is Lexi Illusionist? I remember someone taking a million Yoshas. If only I had been playing that in a normal draft. I'm going to take Danitha because I can play it. I've got good color disciplines here. And it's going to win me the game. No, but it doesn't give me domain. No domain. With the Pixie. What shall we take here? I don't really want the Resolute reinforcements. Gotta be said. I might just take Shore Up. Give me some interaction. Protect my creatures. Especially when I have bite downs and stuff. Interesting. There's also a worm, but I have pretty good high cost things. I'll take a Shore Up. Worm could come back. Ho ho ho! Namata! It is the Namata! The primeval warden. King of the wardens. Namata. Namata always looks to me not like a tree folk, but like a fungus. I know it's not pronounced that way, by the way. There's also a great 2-drop in the Yavimaya. The Yavimaya. Yavimaya! Yavimaya! It is that manner of speech that is part of the reason why you partaketh in the stream, Wolfreya. I shall take this Namata and splash him, utilizing my Deathbloom Gardenia and my Relic of Legends. And then I shall use this Namata in ways that is advantageous to my own needs. Unfortunately, Urg Spawn of Turg is too far afield of my manner of picks. I have like 3 ways of casting this Namata. Namata and the Pixie Illusionist. People are snapping up those lands. There's also a Wingmantle, Chaplain. I do not have the walls to support the Wingmantle. But what else would I take out of this fine pack? Perhaps a Hexbane Tortoise. Or I take the Wingmantle Chaplain anyway. Oh, a beautiful Zara Hojanian. There's also Zevine Shaper, which I shall take. For 2-drops are valuable. Especially 2-drops which get me value later in the game. And Zara is not on plan. My big plan is to just play a big flyer and win with it, pretty much. And I should be fine in that plan. Getting a land would also be reasonable. There's a Maria's Outrider. There's also Scout the Wilderness, which I will take. Because now I can play 1 swamp and immediately boost my sources. Another Yosha. I'll take the Gardener. And a scout. And a Phyrexian Espionage. Over the drawbridge. Yeah. Yeah, this pack came together. I figured the shield wall would come back. I have plenty of adjustments I can make with this deck. Plenty of adjustments. I'm not sure that Amata is worth it. Ooh, Snare Spinner is actually a good sideboard card. It's probably worth it. Just run one swamp. Okay. I roll one. We're on one swamp, one plains. And then I'll run this for the red mana potentially. So I have white, blue, black, red, green. I could potentially get all 5 domains. The red is just for the splash on Timely Interference, which is a combo with Ivy and also pretty good with this guy and this guy. Cutting Bog Badger pretty easily there. And after that, it becomes challenging. I don't know if I need the Espionage. I don't think I need all the Gaia's Mites. How was my instant and sorcery count without the Gaia's Mites? 5 and 3. Still pretty good for the terror. Thank you, Yudaro. The Relic of Legends. I do want my card draw stuff. Could see cutting those. They're a little bit off plan. They do go well with this AJANI, though. Got one of those, maybe. Now, how many instants and sorceries do I have? Still 8. This is tricky. Do I need a plains in this deck is the question. With 2 scouts, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to run a plains. I'm going to use my scouts to get my swamp. So this is 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 6, 7, 8 green sources, 7 blue sources, a bunch of white sources. Joint exploration is pretty bad. Cool, Yudaro. Thanks for the extra intel. I could cut 1 scout. And I could cut the Solarian Terror. I mean, I'm kind of ramping into it anyway. But I kind of like having some stuff that's cheaper on the curve. So I think I'm going to run it like this, and then I can always make changes later. I'll see you folks in the games. If you're enjoying the video so far, and you're enjoying my channel as a whole, that really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. If you'd like to help me make more videos, then you can become a patron at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It's a way to kind of get involved behind the scenes with a small monthly pledge. Even a couple bucks a month does help me make more videos than I otherwise would. My videos are always going to be free. You can always watch them. There's never an expectation that you're going to contribute in this way, but it is an option for you if you would like, and I really appreciate everyone who does so. Without further ado, let's get to the epic games. Welcome to round number 1. We shall mulligan this hand because we only have 1 land. We will keep this one. Get rid of the Djinn. So the thing I was going to say, while waiting for my opponent to get ready, is that I was thinking about the difference between the Elfheim Worm and the Tolarian Terror. And I like the fact that I can ramp into the Elfheim Worm, like 3 drop, play a ramp card, 4 drop, play the Elfheim Worm. I shall play Ivy. I'm a little bit heavy on land, so I'm not going to just play this on turn 3. I'll try to make this trade happen. That'd be a good block for me. I was also thinking against any red deck, it would be really good to have the domain combat tricks. Also, thinking about Vortric Bone Rattle could have been a pick as well. That would have gone a little bit better. But I like just having consistent mana. Excellent. So this can give me my swamp. And now I can play Namata. Actually going to kick this based on what they've done here. They're holding up a potential removal spell, and Namata just running him out there. I can't block anyway, so might as well do it like this. Because now I at least give myself a few more options. So if they do kill this with like a kill spell of some kind, I can not lose my Namata. Because usually they have something in their opening hand that can deal with a creature. Like, if you think of the usual opening hand, it's got 3 or 4 lands. It's got, like, a creature or 2. And then got, like, a kill spell. Something along those lines. Okay. Once again, just going to play this slow and steady. Get me a Danitha. No attacks. I can double block this. If they use a removal spell to 2-for-1 me, I'm fine, because that means they won't have a removal spell for Danitha, or they're less likely to have one. 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn I'll have 7 mana. I can play both these guys. Just trying to not get wrecked by removal. This is an easy double block, in my opinion. If they blow me out, it's not really a blowout for me, because it means they're going to use whatever trick they have, or, yeah. Okay. See, that trick was going to be good against me later, so. Definitely not blocking. Next turn I have a very easy double block. Well, that's problematic. Let's just be honest about that much. This card is insane. Unfortunately, I have not drawn one of my kill spells. Or seen one with a Vine Shaper Prodigy. Which I guess means I'm relatively likely to find one. Off the top. Not much for me to say here. It's all about what they play next. Okay. So if I'd played the lands tapped, I could have also gotten this Magnagoth Sentry out there. In this holding pattern, I am not in good shape because they have this thing. So as soon as they find a green permanent, I'm toasted. Because each creature. Yep. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. I repeat, not good. Well, at least now we deal with the problem. Unfortunate that it happened now instead of a little bit earlier, but the problem is at least dealt with. I could have maybe tried to facilitate an attack with Danitha there. Like maybe attack with Danitha. They do some crazy block. I use my Rapid Bite. I mean my Bite down. Okay. That's actually really funny because I think it gets owned by Namada. I think I get a token every turn. That's funny. That's super funny. I'm not going to activate it just yet. That is a draw. This is super funny. This is the anti-combo. Oh my god. Especially because they aren't going to attack with the token anyway. I'm just living the vida loca here. Outside, inside, out, living la vida loca. It will drive you mad. Living la vida loca. They have 24 minutes on their clock. I've got 27 on mine. Jeez Louise. They give you a lot of time. Okay. It's not going to even die because it gets exiled. Oh, this is too good. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I've been thinking about songs, Darkslane. I've been thinking about them. I've got some good ones. What happened to the Defiler? I bit it with my Deathbloom Gardener. Oh, man. Do you think they're the sort of player that would, like, block my Elfhame Worm with just enough stuff? Let's see. We will find out. And it gets exiled, so they don't even get to do what they want. It's super... Legomos is so funny. It's just such a funny card to have on this board. It's just giving me a token every turn. Oh, Namada. Oh, brother. And they can't even attack with it because I have the Danith that'll just gain me a bunch of life if they do. Oh, man. What do they have? Aw, that's not very nice. More tokens. Oh, clever. They have no cards in hand. The beatdown can commence. I'm somewhat surprised that they didn't use their Legomos there. Maybe that was an attack that was too aggressive. I think if they top deck the like +3/+3, I am actually in trouble here. Easy block there. Take 5. Sure. Sure, they're dead. The Berserker has to die for its ability, so I think so, yeah. I think the Mata does cancel it. So maybe I should have killed it. Okay, they have Choking Miasma. They have a Bite Down. They have Colossal Growth. So this is a good matchup for my combat tricks. They have Menace too, so cheap creatures just flooding the board is good as well. A lot of their guys got exit. Let's check their creatures out. 1/1s, 2/3, 3/1s. So we have a few of the 3/1 guys. So this card's actually pretty good in the matchup because the 1/1s are pretty valuable. I don't think Timely's going to be very good. I don't really think I care about the Soaring Drakes. Worm could be decent. Namada was insane. I'm going to cut a Deathbloom Gardener for a Scout. Because if I can play Scout as a 5-drop, it'll be pretty dang good. And now with all these extra instants and sorceries, I am going to bring in the Tolarian Terror. And we'll try it like this, maybe. I like the idea of siding in the combat tricks, the domain ones, because my opponent didn't see him in game 1, so they won't be ready for it. And it does play well against a lot of their like shenanigans, like their combat tricks, because I can blow their combat trick out with my 1-mana combat trick. Ugh. On the draw. Can't play a single spell. I'm going to mulligan this. Going to mulligan this one as well, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I keep this on a prayer. I can win on a mull to 5. Let's do it. Get rid of this thing and get rid of this thing. I've got all my colors on the draw, so I'll get an extra card from that. This guy will give me a 2-for-1. I've got a Bite Down, which I'll try to save for their big 6 for 5. Mulling to 5 is not ideal, but you got to do it sometimes. Oh, we're halfway there. Ah, the Crystal Grotto. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, the Tolarian Terror. Oh, I mulligan and I get to hit my land drops, and they miss their land drop. So that could be a way to catch up if they miss that a couple turns. Never punished, of course. Because why would they be punished? I have a decision to make. And I'm going to do it. I need to take some chances this game. And if they miss some lands and they can't play their spells, that's going to be what I need to catch up. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but, you know, it was a decent shot. Now I don't have my removal spell for if they do have the 5-mana 6/6. But I was figuring if it's really bad for me if they play it next turn. Sure. That's not the end of the world for me, not gonna lie. Gosh, it's so unfortunate. They missed their 3rd land drop and then they just jam 5 lands in a row. You must be joking. But they don't have their rare, so that's good. So I'm not going to get super punished for my bite down line. At least not yet. 2 Urgs, spawn of Turg. So this will make this guy cost less. So the 1/1s are really good against the Soul Tenders. That's one of the reasons I brought that part of the matchup in. So now I can double block the Magnagoth Sentry. Vivisector is really good. I'm going to try to really just get something going here. Find some action to protect this Jhin, because I have so many combat tricks now in my deck. Okay, Daneth is good no matter what. I have all these Gaia's Mites. Put one to the bottom, but I still have 3, and they'll give +4/+4, so I can just protect my Jhin, or in this case now Daneth. Bum 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 bum. Okay. That's a bizarre attack. Nice. They don't get to use 3 of their scries. I'm going to play this guy because it might mess with them holding up a removal spell of some kind. And it also blocks this 4/4. And I feel like if I find a Gaia's Might, I end up in pretty decent shape. Yep, I played around the Terra Center. I made him use it this turn instead of last turn. That's huge. You also don't have it for Danitha now. So my hope is that they can't do anything about this. I fear that they will have an answer. That's actually not that bad. I'm fine with that.
We will make this world complete. Excise the unworthy.
Excise the unworthy, dude. Let's go. Let's go! Heck yes. I'm so doomed if they have a kill spell, though. But they didn't have one last turn. Maybe they didn't, chose not to use it. 1 card remaining. No! Don't do it! Please! Danitha! You're my last hope! Help me, Danitha. You're my only hope. I actually have a pretty good number of rares in this deck. Danitha, Namada, AJANI. I guess that might be it, but... Am I alive? Am I alive? Is this destiny? Help me, Obi-Wan AJANI. What? Oh, they're using it to kill AJANI or something? What? Okay. AJANI, taking one for the team.
You've halted a cog, not the machine.
Holy heck, that's a crazy thing to say. You halted a cog, not the machine. I guess Namaspirit Ancient is an 8/8 now, so I cannot defeat its defenses. It's too large. Too in charge. No. It's nice hanging out with you folks. Chill evening stream. What? What? Okay, never mind. This card is way better than I thought it was. Oh my gosh, you can just use that over and over? Oh my gosh, that card is so much better than I thought it was. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. What? That's insane! Holy heck. I thought it was one use only. Oh my goodness. That's actually sick. I like passed this card a couple times because I was like, okay, it's pretty solid, but like it costs a lot of mana. But the fact that you get to use it over and over is insane. Oh my gosh. Bortook. What do they get? They have 3 types. They can get a 3 mana card back. Urg, Spawn of Turg, perhaps? They do not have it. They have it not reach. They have not reach. And so they shall die. Got there! Woohoo! Let's go. Nice. Whew. Big time win. See you folks next round. Hello, and welcome to another round. We shall keep this one on the draw. Bonus points for anyone that can remember the name of this elephant. I've got it locked in my cranium, and I don't want to spoil it, but I like have it in my head. Like I could write it down and show you folks just to prove it if you felt like you needed such compelling evidence. Now that they have a 2/1, I'm going to play this guy so I can block it. You don't want him running away with the game. See? Keeps a 2-lander on the draw, gets maximum punished. They play Sarah Paragon, I get maximum punished. I am super dead, it's true. But I would have been fine if I had drawn land. Oh, I'm super dead. Super dead. I'm just a little bit dead, it's true. Losing the game is sad. We know about their deck, but they don't know about ours. We know they have 3/4 flyers and 2 1s on the ground. These guys are pretty horrific as blockers, it is true. But we know that the snare spinner is not what we want to do. Even though it blocks this guy, I guess. Yeah. The other scout in there, because those are pretty good against that sort of thing. 4/4s, be reasonable. 2/3 flyers, not really what I want. Interesting. I do like the Elfheim worms. I'm gonna cut this thing and try to bring in these Gaia's Mites. Cut my 1/1s. Cut espionage. I'm making my deck more low to the ground. We're a lean, mean killing machine. plan. What the heck? Bear? Bear, you're in the middle of the field. Sir! Sir! Your place is over here by your fish. You're just, gonna sit there and ignore my pleas. Sir, we have a battle to fight. I swear. Listen to the sound of water lapping. My pet is well behaved. Should I let the community vote and choose a name for the pet, or should I name it myself? Those are the tough decisions I have to make. This should be a straightforward win. Deathbloom Gardener into Danitha into AJANI. Definitely lead with the Danitha here, because if they don't have a kill spell, we just win. Don't really want to bait with the worm. Don't want to give them time to draw that removal. So I guess they could easily have Citizen's Arrest. I was trying to think of commons, and Citizen's Arrest is a pretty good common. So maybe I will bait with the worm. I'm going to take some more damage from the Paragon. But if my Danitha gets to use Bite Down on the Paragon, I'll gain back that life.
Join us peacefully. We need
I'm going to put one counter on this guy so it can block a 4/4 on its own.
Phyrexia's might courses through you.
Hoping they might chump block with the hope of playing it again with the Sarah Paragon. Okay. That's good. 'Tis good. All is right and just with the world. Ah! Molten monstrosity.
Join
Don't
us.
want you. No, I messed this up. They can block with this and a bunch of their guys. I could have attacked with the Elfame Worm, probably. Keldon's strike team. Oh no. I don't have double blue yet. That's super funny. I'm going to do this now so that my scry is more valuable. I should have done this last time. Because now my scry actually means something. So I know I won't draw that because I've already shuffled.
More rally to our glorious cause.
So here's just a general tip. I could attack with this guy, but it'll trade down for their 4/4. This guy will at least trade down for like 3 of their creatures. So that's also bad. You don't want to just trade down creatures willy-nilly. It's like when you're trying to determine attacks on this board, you're like, oh, it's really complicated. I want to trade this thing for something. Well, what are you going to trade it for? Oh, no.
Reinforcements are near.
Griffin, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me get this Namada down there. Hype. We have this Planeswalker ticking up. $24-21. We have plenty of creatures. We've been playing some crazy games. Like, I think I'm going to win this one, like, pretty much guaranteed. But it's not as cut and dry as it sounds. This thing could be a threat at some point. They can pump it 3 times.
Phyrexia will bounce ball.
Like, I'm honestly mostly afraid of this guy now at this point. Block there. 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 And then I'm going to just sit and have my bite down at the ready. Yep. Okay. So this thing will still eat there. This guy I was never blocking in the first place. This guy would lose combat. They're going to gain trample. So this guy will die. This thing won't win. This thing won't win. My guy will still win there. So overall, I made some pretty good blocks here. I wasn't playing around this card as well as I should have. This thing will still trade. So the real thing I have to deal with is the Yosha. Can I just kill them on the crackback is also the question. So if I keep this 5/4 in play, how much will I have on the crackback? And then I exile this thing. Then I'll have 4, 7, because that guy's not dying. 12, 18. I'll have 18 exactly. Sure, let's do it. And I'm going to get the 1/1s from this. Yep.
It's a shame to reject our gift.
5, 11, 14. 18. I had the 18 even without the tokens. Now it's game 3. I know they have the heroic charge tokens. I know they have the Yosha. They have a bunch of 1 toughness guys. If only I had good stuff against 1 toughness guys. Kind of want the Telerian Terror. I haven't seen a lot of removal spells. I think that Gaia's Might is going to be better than Shore Up. Pixie Illusionist is a bit small ball, it feels like. I'm just going to play all of my like ramp guys since I'm on the draw. This card could be decent. Yep. It's all about getting a 5-drop into play early and then riding it to victory with my combat tricks. That's my plan right now. It's not great on the draw, but, you know. Okay, this will be fine. This is the same hand I kept in game 1, and it didn't pay off because I didn't hit my lands, but... this will be good, I think. Them not having a 2-drop is big for me. Sure. I'm going to lead with the Scout. Nice. Gonna get my Swamp. And now I'll be able to protect my Namada. This Gardener is actually important because it gives me access to white mana. Are they double pumping here? Oh my gosh. Now if I draw a land, I get the Elfhame Worm out. Now they have to be a little bit afraid. So this can get up to 6 power now, because it'll be 5 plus 1, so. They have the Flowstone. Yep. Okay. That's sad. Kind of a 2 for 2. They traded Flowstone Infusion and Furious Bellow for my Namada and my Gaia's Might. But obviously, I'd rather have had my Namada live there. Sure. I feel like I'm in reasonable shape here. The reason I didn't use Bite Down right now is because I want to make sure I'm protected against, like... So another one of these hammer hands or something crazy. I know they have the stupid Colossus that's, like, cheaper if they have higher powered creatures, though. Oh, I'm happy to make this trade. This is good for me. I have 3 lethal creatures and they only have 1 blocker, and I have just, like, so much power on the board. Yep, they added their guy. Definitely a trade situation there. Oh, this is so close. Oh no, I should have played a land so I can pump this thing again. Oh my gosh. Oh, that stupid Guardian is so broken. What an absurd card. Oh, this is good. Yes, we win. Holy heck, that was a crazy one. That was a crazy game. I'll see you folks in the finals. Welcome to the finals. We're going to keep the same deck configuration and hope not to mulligan. Oh, life is good. Life is a mystery. Da, 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 da. Talking about songs you don't get the Post Malone event. I mean, the people that like Post Malone, well, they'll like the event. The people that don't care, they'll not care. I only know of Post Malone really through his guest appearances on game nights. Maybe he likes draft and wants to collab with his favorite draft streamer. Maybe he has a favorite drafter that he just watches in his downtime after he's written a new hit song. He just hops on YouTube and he checks out his good friend. I don't get why Watsy is so in love with this guy, because he's absurdly popular 32GE. If you had like an absurdly if you had a one of the most popular people in the world who liked your game and was willing to be involved in brand stuff for your game, you jump on it. It's not that, Griffin. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, they're targeting. I will take action. That's... Wait, what? That's super funny. I messed up. Oh, that's super funny. I screwed that up. I'm dumb. Let's just say, oops. Our opponent will understand. I just killed off my own Ivy for no reason. I misread how the card worked. Well played, opponent. Okay. Griffin, it's not because he spends money on Magic. You don't get to be like part of a huge event just for spending money on Magic. The reason is because of his popularity. And if people are like, "Oh, Post Malone plays this game, I want to try it out now," because that's how people work. That is how we as humans function. It's all about the influence levels. If I had Ivy right now, I would be in better shape. But yeah, it has nothing to do with him having a bunch of valuable cards. Players like LSV have a bunch of valuable cards, but they don't have the external to Magic appeal that a lot of the like that Post Malone has. Yeah, I'm not blocking it. There's nothing you can do to induce me to block here. If they have multiple combat tricks, then I'm toasted anyway. I'm gonna play Relic of Legends. Oh, I wish I could have gotten Relic down earlier, but I'm just gonna play this. And now I have Bite Down up if they have a combat trick, which I'm probably going to lose because of the Ivy play, but that's still super funny to me. I literally didn't bother reading my card. I was like, oh, my opponent, they're so foolish. They screwed this up. Exactly, Griffin. That's like, it's like a huge thing. It's all about popularity. Thanks, Darkslane. Great game so far. Incredible plays with my Ivy. My Ivy just took one for the team for the learning curves. I make these mistakes so that you don't have to. Okay, and now we will use this to kill this. I don't think this is going to work the way they want it to. Oh, never mind. It's going to work exactly the way they want it to. No, I don't kill their guy. If Danitha wins me this game, that would be clutch. And Danitha doesn't get to win me the game. Sad day. I mean, you don't have to listen to his songs. I don't listen to his music either, but I do understand why they would want him involved with their brand. I'm just playing it around a discard spell. This game would have been so much easier if I'd had Ivy. Just being completely honest. Luckily, they didn't get any cards off this because of my Namato. Their stupid Battle Rage Blessing did hose me to some degree, though. Oh no, not Urborg Repossession, please, no. Think of the children. If I win this game after the Ivy play, that would just be so funny to me. It's just objectively killing my own creature for no reason. Ah. I mean, I have to block. Sure. Does it have trample? Thank goodness it doesn't. Wow, if only I'd drawn that a turn sooner. Could have been of assistance to me. Looks like Gaia's Mites might be good. Oh, certainly. It's good against every card they've played except this one. Good against that. Good against that. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, I'm dead. Well, I would have won this game, I think, if I had not killed my own Ivy. But, you know, you never know exactly how things would have gone, but it's looking like I would have won. We have some 2/2s, some 2/1s. Okay, we're going to go for the low to the ground configuration. Cut these guys, bring in this guy for the 1/1s. Bring in the triple guys, might bring in the Solarian Terrors. Try to bring in some of those guys, maybe even. Cut Relic of Legends. Cut Phyrexian Espionage. Cut Timely Interference. Cut Pixie Illusionist. And then just cut the Soaring Drakes, I guess. Yeah. Feels bad to mess with, like, get wrecked by your own rare to some degree, but that's how Ivy goes. Ivy giveth and Ivy taketh away. I'm just going to do this. I might play one Vine Shaper Prodigy before the value turn, but it depends on if they play something. Sure, I'll play one. If they have a combat trick, I'm happy to eat at that. I really just don't want to fall behind on board. Because when you have a Planeswalker, you just want to protect it and you'll win. Definitely, guys. Might. Bali. That's cool. Or is it Cali? But B and C are... Oh, I guess they're kind of close on the keyboard. Bali, that's wild. No blocks. Because the reason for that is because now with my AJANI, I can put one counter onto it. Oh, nice. I'm going to get the swamp. Get some damage in. So now I can play my Elfhame Worm and hold up Gaia's Might, or play a Johnny with a couple of chunk blockers up. I don't really want to play. I want to put the counters on immediately because they have Jaya's Inferno, which can be dangerous. Dangerous. Just a little bit dangerous. They presumably got some decent cards from that. Cold Toronto to the Heat. No blocks. I'm finishing my second degree right now. I'm to 11. I'm nearly done, though. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm so close. Centered to 1. I have 5 lethal creatures. My combat trick was good against this, wasn't it? Quite nice, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Now that I know they have the Tattered Apparition, do I want my flyers back? I'm not sick of Dominaria United. I've been having fun with it. I try not to be cynical about things, Treleven. I have noticed at school that the professors that I interact with to some degree are like all various levels of like some of the smartest people in the world, probably. Like, just it's very enjoyable, even if you aren't good at a class, to just talk to the professor, because the professors are just insane. Like, insane and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how smart they are, kind of type. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the classic sideboard tech Bog Badger. Not bringing in the Soaring Drake, though. The Battlefly Swarm. Huh. So I'm gonna bring in Bog Badger and cut a Deathbloom Gardener. Keep my combat tricks. Keep my fixing from that. Not gonna do anything with espionage. Just run it there. But Bog Badger just seems to line up well. Heck yes, this is a hand. This is a hand. Jeffrey Hinton. I do not know Jeffrey Hinton. Nice, well-meaning brainiacs. That's a funny sentence. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it is. So I'll just go Sentry into Worm, and that should stabilize me against their aggression. He's gonna get +3/+3, my man. You can't block it. I was worried my game was crashing for a second. If you're an AI, he's OG. Oh. Yeah, not blocking. This is tough, though. I'm worried about the stupid Sure Strike with Scrying. Also, Jaya's Inferno would be bad for me here. Oh, man. If I could find Danitha, that would just be clutch. That's a good draw. Now I will block. I'll block this guy with my Magnagoth Sentry. If they have the Sure Strike, they have it. But then next turn I can play Namada and have Bite Down up. Or play Elfhame Worm and have Bite Down up. Oh, looks like my stream crashed for a second. Okay. Sure. So I have 3, 6, 7 mana now. They already played their Jaya's Inferno. Or Fire Nado. Really hoping this works out. I was hoping they would double pump this guy and then I could kill that. I'm going to play it like this because I know they have the Keldon Strike team, and I don't want to get taken out by that. And Scout the Wilderness is going to be good next turn. Come on, Namada, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Tell us why, show us how. Look at where you came from, look at you now. Blocking there pretty easily. Namada. They're losing 2 life. I know they have Lightning Strike in their deck. But now they have to chump block with their Rager. I really don't want to go too low on life here. Yes! We got there! They didn't understand how Namada worked. Oh my god. What a weird conclusion to that match. Oh man. Even killing my own Ivy can't stop me from victory. Man, it's funny because I believe, I'm not sure, but I think I lost every single game 1 and won every single game 2 and 3. Like, I think I lost, I'm not sure if in round 1 I lost the first game, but I'm pretty sure I lost the first game in all 3. Or maybe in the first round I won the first game. But basically, I was undefeated with the configuration that had triple Gaia's Might in the deck, and then I just, like, refused to, like, make the change to, like, the more low-to-the-ground version. Because I kept thinking I was going to run into, like, value piles. But still, that was super fun. Really close game. Making sure I outplayed the Furious Bellow was huge. And then just playing pretty well. I love best of 3. Sideboarding's a blast. And that was a lot of fun. That's like a 4-color deck. AJANI. Crazy. We had that insane game where Danitha and AJANI worked together. And we also had Namada work together with Danitha that one game. We had Ivy self-destruct. And in fact, if you did make it all the way to the end of this video, leave hashtag teamwork in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. Or hashtag the sideboard tech, because the classic sideboard in 3 Gaia's Mights, sideboard in the Tolarian Terror, sideboard in the extra Elfhame Worm, the extra Scout the Wilderness was all super clutch. So you can leave hashtag teamwork, hashtag the sideboard tech, or even hashtag the I don't know, I know somebody's going to type out all of this as their hashtag now. But how about you could leave hashtag Gaia for the win, because I think we won every game that we had Gaia's Might in our deck. So yeah, really fun draft. Some cool rares we got to play. AJANI was super cool. Namada was amazing. Really glad we splashed that. Danitha was clutch. Ivy was funny, but pretty good as a 2-1 flyer sometimes when we didn't just accidentally kill it. And overall, really fun draft. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more draft content. We're almost at 18,000 subscribers, so that'll be a really cool number to hit. Keep on chugging along. If you want to support my content, you can just be a Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. And there's just links to everything in the description down below. Great to be able to hang out with all you folks live on Twitch as well. So you can check the Twitch stream link out in the description as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had a blast making it, and I'll talk to you next time.